The Yorkshire Dales, more than 2,000 square kilometres of rolling hills, colossal peaks and idyllic market towns. It's a popular tourist spot, but beneath the beauty, like disconnected communities facing an uphill struggle with remoteness.
So how do they overcome it? Welcome to Tales from the Dales.
This is Grassington in Wharfdale, a market town famed for its stunning riverside walks. It's here for everyone to enjoy, or at least it should be. But how easy is it to enjoy the area if you've got a disability?
You're in the middle of the countryside, so you're going to be over fences, over walls. That's how it is.
I don't think there's much accessibility for disabled people, not really, no.
It is difficult on roads like this, but just got to do the best you can.
This is the case up and down the Dales, and it's making the already remote region even more isolated for those with physical disabilities. So what's the solution?
I'm Debbie North, and I'm the founder of Access the Dales, which is a brand new charity. We launched 2 weeks ago now here at Ravenseat, and it's all about getting people with disabilities out into the countryside by creating hubs of wheelchairs. So what we've tried to do is get different wheelchairs for different locations for different purposes.
After a bout of ill health left Debbie in a wheelchair, she found that she couldn't enjoy the Dales in the ways that she used to. So together with her husband Andy, they raised money for an all-terrain wheelchair for the national park. But recently, tragedy struck.
It was actually this time last year that Andy was diagnosed with a very aggressive form of cancer, and within 8 weeks the cancer had taken him from us. But he wanted me to carry on. He was absolutely adamant that I kept going. I think every friend that came to see him in his last few weeks of life, he said to them, make sure Deb keeps getting out.
And she has. Since raising money for that first wheelchair, Access the Dales now has 14 in different shapes and sizes. But it's not just terrain that's the issue.
While all-terrain wheelchairs might be the key for beating rocky ground and harsh gradients, there's also the problem of stiles and gates like these. So the question is, how do we get around them?
A lot of the people want to get into the walkers' routes, which tend to be public footpaths and therefore tend to be have stiles rather than gates. And it's these physical barriers that are the main problem of walking in the Dales. There are walks, but they're badly promoted. It is very much about communication and putting the message out there. Access the Dales has done that reasonably successfully, and some of the other charities have. But it needs the authorities to actually get the message out there and do a much better job than they're doing at the moment.
While there's clearly some ground to cover in getting the word out, if you're disabled, it's thanks to Debbie that the Dales aren't quite as remote as they once were.